Hello my fellow crafters, welcome to another video. This is David for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and today I'm going to show you prompt number 22 in December to remember. Day 22 of Craftsmas. I can't say that, sorry. But anyway, the fun month, let's call it that. The Craftsmas, the countdown to Christmas, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, day 22 already. If you stuck with me till day 22, congratulations, because it's quite a task to do 22 prompts. But hey, it's fun as well. So let's continue doing that. Day 22. Prompt for day number 22 is, let me double check. It's holly. And I've got a fun idea. So let's switch the cameras around and start creating. So here we've got it. We've got a piece of paper. I've got my holly stamp out. The holly stamp is from the Deck the Halls stamp and die set. So I'm going to stamp that, color it, cut it out, create a background. I've already cut out my ADC using one of the dies from the torn die set, which has a fun ADC set in it with all torn matte layers, but I'm not going to use the matte layers now. I'm just going to use the background. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencil and place that on here, like so. And then I'm going to use fun stuff. This is Snow Crystal Paste by Pentart. I'm going to use that all over my ADC card. Now, this is not smooth, by all means. It's got glitter in, it's got texture, it's got all sorts of yumminess. So, it's not the easiest paste to work through your stencil, but it's so much fun when it's done. Okay, let's put you back. Peel off the stencil. There we go. Gorgeous. I'll put this in water. I have put that in some water to clean. I'm going to clean off the edges of this one, and I'll leave that to dry. Okay, on to some stamping now. I'm going to stamp this out on some ivory paper using fallen leaves. So not black, just a bit softer, like, yeah, I don't know. On this color, it gives it a really nice vintage feel. So I'm really going to ink that stamp up and stamp that down. Beautiful. Not perfect, but on this paper, it's got a bit of texture in it. It will not be perfect, but I like that vintage grungy feel it's got now, so that's good. So let me grab the color I want to use. The color I'm going to use is peeled paint and some lumberjack blade. I'm going to start with a peeled paint. So I'm just going to put some on. Spritz some water. And then I'm going to take a piece of paper towel in my hand. Fold it up like that. Pick up some color, dab it off, and then I'm going to start in the middle and build up that color just like so. And work that out towards the edge. I can always grab more color and bring that in if I want to. Now, peeled paint is a really vintage green, and I want to keep that vintage feel that this has got going on. So what I'm doing, constantly dipping back in the color and dipping it in the center and work it out. So that's how I like to do it. And then just wash it out towards the edge. Okay, that one's done. Start here. Just dab some color on, grab some water, and wash it out towards the end, towards the edge, I should say. Grab some more color. Now this is not watercolor paper, so that's why I'm keeping that dabbing motion and not really working the ink, because that won't work. Then you will destroy your paper. But if you do it carefully, like I'm doing here, you will be able to work that ink the way you want it. Just like that. You see it really gets that vintage soft feel to it. So I'll finish this with the green and then I'll be back with the red in a second. So that's all done now. So now I'm just gonna go back, just put some more ink in the centers to darken that up. Because the paper is wet now, it will absorb into there. It's sort of spread out on its own. So I'm doing a dabbing motion, not washing it out too much. If it gets too dark, I'm just going to dab some off. There we go. I think that's pretty. Let's be sensible and use a bit less ink. So let's start lightly. And again, I want this color to be quite soft. Now, this is transparent ink, and that means that whatever is underneath is shining through. That's why I've stamped it on this ivory color, because that way the yellow shines through and makes the colors less bright. Does that make sense? And that's the goal here. I want softer colors, not that bright. I just said it. But if you wet it, you can just dab it off again. Again, doing that dabbing motion. Coming back in with some red, just at the tops. I'm dabbing that on. So it's quite fiddly, but I love the result. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. So now I'm thoroughly drying this because you don't want to be die cutting wet paper. So I'm going to cut this out and then I'll be back for the final touches on the background. What I'm going to do next, this is my brush that I used for vintage photo. I'm going to come from the side and go over it all. So I'm covering it all. That will make it even softer and even more vintage, but it will also, for somehow reason, make it more, I don't know, softer. You see that? I love that. So that's going to be on my card, and it's going to be on my card like this. I already figured that bit out. So this is now dry-ish, dry enough, I would say. So what I'm going to do, because I want these snowflakes, which I love, by the way. I don't know if you can see that, but the texture this stuff gives when it dries, it's really, really gorgeous. Love it. So I'm going to spray some Salvage Patina over it in ink formula. And again, because it's an ink, it's transparent, so I won't lose my background paper. So that's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry that. And what you see is that the paste resists the ink, and I love the fact that the ink pools around those snowflakes. And then I'm going to show you a final product, because to be honest, I've tested this out already. And that is this one. So what I did with my vintage photo, I just came over all of that and then cleaned off the snowflakes again, but they did take on some of the vintage photo, and I love that. But I wanted to test whether that would work. So you've got a choice. You can leave it like this, if that's you, or if you want it more vintage and grungy, go over it with the brush with vintage photo, and then you get this. So yeah, it's always good to have options, but I prepared this one, so I'm going to use that one. So my 22 is on there already. So let's place him on there, like so. Let's take some glue. And I'm doing quite a lot of glue because there's a lot of texture from that snowflake behind it. There we go. I'm just gonna put my glass block on there to let it adhere. So that's on there now. And then I'm gonna take my sentiment Jingle Bell Rock in this case and put that on there like so. Now this is a really fun technique. Also, if you do cards, use it on a bigger scale. Make this your centerpiece, put a sentiment on. You can even pop this up with foam tape, etc. I'm not doing that because then my journal will break. It will be too thick. But yeah, so this is what it is. This is the result for day 22 of December to remember. I love how this one turned out. I hope you do too. So yeah, that was it for today. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before that. Yeah, I wish you all fantastic days. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.